it should be up any second. Hopefully, maybe. Is my setup not seeing the game I want to stream actually? Or let's manually change the source. I'm fairly sure it's this one. There we go. Okay. Minor technical difficulties, but there we are. Here's our paladin. I only very recently realized I can actually move the camera around on the lobby, which is kind of neat. I wonder if this is an actual place I could find in-game, since like it looks like a lot of the in-game assets obviously, but like this kinda makes me think it's like an actual spot in the game, like a part of some hub or city or something like that. I wonder if it's actually in-game. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Let's load up into the Keep on the Borderlands and continue fighting against the Cult of Evil Chaos, as I remember. Well, welcome to Eberron. We are not actually going to Eberron, we are going to the Far Realms, as far as I'm aware. Unless the Keep on the Borderlands is some kind of a halfway passage thing. In official Dungeons & Dragons lore, I'm not sure the settings are in any way connected. As in, I'm not sure if they're treated as separate planes of existence, since those are a thing in Dungeons & Dragons, obviously. But I don't know, like, if you can actually, at least canonically, move through from like the Forgotten Realms, like from Neverwinter or from Waterdeep to the Eberron setting or one of the other settings. I'm not big on all the lore surrounding the settings, so I don't know many of the other settings really. I'm not even sure which are, like, I know a few other settings, but I don't know which ones are actually official Wizards of the Coast created and which are like kind of adapted and just included in the headcanon of players just because it gets repeated so many times over and over again. What are we doing? I want to make sure we got all the action points. We did. I want to make sure what are our quests. So we definitely have the quests to for slaying, for rare encounters, and for exploring. Let's see. So there is a shunned cavern in the Caves of Chaos area, which we found last time, so I know where that is. We have the Bugbear Bandits to deal with, and the Orcs. Total Chaos. Treasure Hunt. Also Caves of Chaos. Okay, so everything just in the Caves of Chaos area. So let's head out into the Borderlands and make our way back towards the caves. So the caves are around here. You can actually see the dungeon entrances. I'm fairly sure I said I couldn't see them because I started like looking around this part of the map, which I wonder if it's like here you can see that the map doesn't let me move it more to the side. So like the fact that like I can scroll at least like how far, let's see. So I have this up here and move all the way up. And then on the way down, yeah, so like another half of the map screen downwards from here is still the Borderlands map. So I wonder just how many quests we're gonna have in this area. Which is not a bad thing. Like, having a well-established, multi-level hub area is very difficult, I feel like. I wonder if it's going to start feeling like we don't belong here, like we're too powerful to stay. Though for now, it's like, because obviously all the enemies on the Borderlands itself are going to be fairly easy. Excuse me. Are going to be fairly easy to deal with as we keep leveling up. Is this actually a place I can enter? Kind of. The camera didn't like me being in there, but I can actually walk in there. Alright, let's just deal with these guys. I'm actually fairly excited to get to level 4, since from what I know that's when I'll get actually some spellcasting as a paladin. I know the spellcasting is a bit different in D&D Online than pen and paper D&D. As in, for example, like a 4th level paladin is actually counted as a 4th level caster. Even though you're like only using 1st level spells, I'm fairly sure. But it like doesn't distinguish spellcasting levels versus non-spellcasting levels to determine what level of a spellcaster you are, for classes that don't start as a spellcaster immediately. Alright, big bugs. Not very tough bugs, but big. And we have some apiaries, bee houses. Is this a
small hermit's hut stands here.
Yeah, I had some little stutters. Apparently the game had to make sure that this is actually an explorable area. And I actually just broke my rule of not speaking over the dungeon master, which told us that a small hermit's hut stands here, surrounded by well-tended beehives. The place looks like it's been inhabited, even though the caves of chaos are just over the hill. Alright, so someone's keeping bees here. Thankfully they didn't decide to swarm us, since I know, as someone who runs D&D, there is such things as insect swarms as in-game enemies, and they suck to deal with. They're super resilient to like all physical damage, and it doesn't matter if your physical damage is magical or not. It's just like, it makes sense. Like, swinging a sword through just a cloud of insects isn't gonna kill very many, obviously.
Small, squalid cave entrances dot the ravine walls.
Alright, I thought this was a
These must be the caves of chaos,
explorer
where the
thing,
cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
but I'm fairly sure we already heard this. Okay, so there is a lot of entrances. Let's just go into whichever one is closest. I'm a little afraid of doing elite at this point, since I don't have any potions, I don't think. I have... What do I have? I have protection from evil, which I might actually use. I'm hoping, like, they are members of the evil chaos. Makes sense that they'd be evil creatures, right? But I don't have any healing potions. I have a jumping potion, which doesn't really help, and I have resist electricity, which might or might not help. I have an elixir of angel tears, which basically restores afflictions and restores some health. I would like to be able to keep that until I actually have some afflictions to recover. But generally, I will do elite difficulty, but I'll most likely be backtracking, like saving my what's it called? Saving my rest shrines and like backtracking to use them after I've actually used, at the very least, all my temporary hit points and self-healing. I might even go as far as do defensive fighting, though I don't know, like 5% bonus to AC would be like what? 2 points? Maybe 3? And a 5% penalty to hit, like, am I actually being safer if I'm only a little bit safer, but also kill the
door
enemies?
behind you seals shut as you enter. There's now only one way to go.
Right?
Forward.
Oh.
That's fine with you, as this cave is said to contain much treasure.
Oh yeah, right. So like this was the thing where I got the vibes from the guy that told us about this treasure that like he might be up to something. Like I honestly, I don't remember if I said it out loud, but I felt like he was setting us up to get trapped or something. Just like telling us about the treasure and not like the cult stole from the village, and instead of actually like, hey, retrieve this gold for us, it's, yeah, if you get the gold, just keep it, it's yours.
A burly minotaur stands behind a magical barrier, guarding a pile of treasure. Always more, always more, the minotaur snorts. Greed draws you adventurers like moths to the flame. Have fun starving in my cave with the treasure just out of reach.
And how do you get food? Exactly. Huh? I mean, you do have some in there, but how long have you been in there? Oh, I can talk with you. Your greed is your downfall, wretched adventurer. I'll be glad to watch as you slowly wither away. I won't be defeated by a minotaur. Ha, that's true, you'll be defeated by hunger and insanity long before you face me. After all, you're stuck in here with me. Seriously, the game went there. I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me. Right. Alright, so it seems like we have some crests to recover to unlock the barrier. Oh, maze rats. Maze, right. Makes sense, there is a minotaur after all. Usually the minotaur is at the end or heart of the maze, not at the very beginning, but we'll see. For now, let's just see where... what we're gonna have to do to get the crests. These rats aren't too keen on fighting me, for now at least. I see something here. Okay, so we have rest shrines, which I'll definitely not use right now since I don't have any need for it. Are those actually going to attack me? Okay. For a moment I thought like I bugged out the entire instance or something, but no, they are attacking. They're just dealing 0 damage. I'm not sure why that is, like I know there's... God damn it, can you... Okay, I was about to say I'll be just swinging my sword in one direction and wait for you to fly into it, but then you actually hit. Anyway, yeah, like I know that there is a statistic about like damage reduction, because like the way I understood it is your AC only like blocks basically the miss, and like whenever like it just determines whether or not the enemy actually hits you. Okay, so we have a puzzle, which honestly like looks very straightforward. If there are only turns and straight puzzle pieces, it's fairly hard to screw up, honestly.
This crest matches one of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier. There must be more somewhere in the cave.
That's actually a fairly safe puzzle for an actual D&D game. Like one that is obvious enough that the player won't get stuck on it, but also like different enough that it's still a puzzle. It's not just roll a die to get information or do something. Which, I mean, like, obviously the majority of the D&D systems are set up, so, like, it is a dice rolling game in the end. But it's fun sometimes to, like, have...
The webs that cover the walls of this part of the cave quiver for an instant. Then, a massive spider lunges out of the shadows.
Alright, spiders. And that was a side objective, I guess? Or something? Some fungi. I might have to do a short expedition into the Eberron main city, or at least the first city I know of, Stormreach, so I can buy myself a bigger bag for collectibles. But that's not yet. Like, first of all, I don't have enough silver or platinum, rather, to actually buy one. I believe they're 9,000 apiece. So for now, I'll just have to bear with the smaller bag. But yeah, like having like traps and fights and like social encounters that rely on die rolls and skills is kind of the bread and butter of Dungeons and Dragons. But at the same time, it is also a role-playing game, so it's fun to make some parts of your sessions rely on that instead. It also like opens up additional... Whoa, alright. Let me breathe some fire on those guys. I wonder if they actually burn for additional damage or not, because like they gain this flaming effect on them after I breathe fire. Which I honestly...
This should be enough crests to fill all of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier.
Which I honestly forgot is just a cooldown. I could have been using it a lot more. I thought it's once per rest. Because in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition it's one per rest. I don't know how it is in 3rd or 3.5, which the... Like, saying D&D Online is set in like the 3rd edition or something is kind of a misnomer. Like, it's not set in that system, it just was created when that was the most up-to-date system. So it has, like, because the game was obviously made to resemble the pen and paper, it was made to resemble the current then version. Alright, let's see. if the Minotaur has anything to say, or if he'll attack us immediately, I'll actually pop my temporary hit points.
With all three crests neatly fitted into their sockets, the magical barrier fades. The infuriated Minotaur gives a roar of rage and attacks.
Knockdown. I actually get up. Let's breathe fire. Slam some skeletons.
Minotaur's bellow is cut short as it collapses. Now the treasure the creature had been guarding is yours for the taking.
Nice. I'm curious actually what the treasure is, if it's an actual treasure or... I'm still waiting for like... Okay, no. I was still expecting like a red herring or something. Let's see. Okay, so I get +1 to melee, range, and universal spell power. We have a blue empty augment slot and an enchantment bonus to strength. That's nice. And the goggles are use magic device and open lock. Don't really need those. They're still nice. Alright, and let's finish. But yeah, like in just regular pen and paper D&D, it's really fun to do like challenges that actually challenge the player instead of just the numbers or on their character sheets and their roles. It's tricky because like on the one hand you don't want the players to start metagaming outside of the like the particular challenge that you set up for them rather than their characters. But at the same time it's just a matter of juggling expectations, I guess. Like there's a few things I still have to learn how to do and still want to do. Puzzles and traps is obviously one of those things. More like roleplay heavy social encounters are still very difficult for me. I've recently only started to like really lean into the side of you don't really have to roll for it. Whenever there is like a thing that doesn't really make sense to fail, or it doesn't change anything whether you like roll high or low, it's just like, yeah, your character would be able to do it, or just no, it's completely impossible because of, I don't know, your backstory or your race or class. Okay, as soon as I look at it to point it out, the glitching stops, but there was... Wait, was the other one doing it? No. Wait. Well, okay. Okay, I'm honestly like whenever I look at it, it disappears. But I'm not seeing things. The corners of this structure are like a little glitchy. Alright. Let's see. So this is the Bugbear Caves, which we are meant to clean out of, well, bugbears for another quest.
As you walk deeper into the cave, you hear deep, guttural voices in the distance.
I feel like I've done this before, but maybe not.
The stout iron lock on this door looks as though it would be impossible to pick.
I've heard that before. I'm getting deja vu. Was there another dungeon that started with a locked door and that voice line? Like, I'm fairly sure I did like fight a load of bugbears before as well. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies, honestly. I don't know what's going on. Great. Smite you.
You notice a small iron key in the corner of the room.
Maybe it was the Goblin Caves or something that had a similar layout and like voice lines. But honestly, like I'm getting huge deja vu here.
The iron lock creaks as it opens. You hear hurried footsteps approaching.
All right, I'm getting my fire breathing ready. Okay, let's not get surrounded. Smite, and then just finish off the guys.
The image of a small silver key is embossed on this surprisingly well-crafted lock.
Okay. All right. So now I'm fairly sure I wasn't here. Like I didn't remember that one, and it
smell
wasn't
of meat cooking wafts tantalizingly down the corridor.
tantalizingly. We don't know where that meat comes from, so maybe let's not drool over it just yet. Let's see. Alright, just a few guys. Chanter, I don't like you. Stop casting spells. Stop it. And then you get smited.
You notice the glint of silver in the far corner of this chamber.
Alright, first of all, why would you emboss a silver key on a lock requiring a silver key? That's basically the medieval fantasy version of writing your password on your computer. And then, like, why would you keep that key in a pile of dead people's clothes and bones? Like, my immersion!
The first lever is pulled. The crystal above it flares into life.
Right, so I imagine that's one of the crystals for the door in the beginning. And we got the key for this door. I'm gonna trigger my temporary hit points.
As the silver lock clicks open, muffled voices.
I fucked up with the fire breath again. I have to stop doing that. Okay, I don't have any more smites. I'm getting hit. I'll probably heal up after this encounter. I don't remember how much this actually heals me. So let's see. Alright, 52. So it heals me basically 90% of my health. And while I'm not really that comfortable getting that low in the first place, it's good to know I don't have to really worry about how much I can regenerate. This is another... let's see, can I open this? I can.
As the door opens, you see several humans in chains crouching against the walls.
Alright. So we're freeing some slaves. This is the, like, first shrine I'm gonna skip for now and then probably run back to.
As the second lever is pulled, you can hear the rumble of the sealed doors sliding open.
I want to, like, go deal with one more enemy encounter before restoring my health and usable items. Just so the Shrine of Rest is a bit...
Huddled humans dressed in rags flinch away from the door as you open it.
Oh, nice. So there is a merchant that might join the town now. Okay, I'm getting something hidden here. I don't know if my searching is high enough. It's unfortunately not. Don't I have the goggles for searching? No, it's magical device and open lock. And then this gives me just concentration. I don't think I have anything for search. Like, honestly, if there was a potion for searching, I would buy a bunch of those. Because I really hate missing out. Like, some of the searches are just like shortcuts, but some of them are actually like bonus objectives or just chests, which is really like I really don't like missing out on those. All right. Oh right, I forgot that the Shrine of Rest doesn't actually like regenerate you 100%. It just gives you back a set amount of health. And from what I see, I'm honestly like I heal myself more than resting does. But honestly, obviously, I can only heal myself once per rest, so for now that's still the best we get. I'm gonna put some points into getting more of those heals just so I can be safer. Like, I think if I had like 3 Lay on Hands charges, I would probably be able to go through this dungeon without resting.
As you open the door, a massive bugbear growls and attacks.
God damn it. Ouch. Okay, I want my temporary hit points. I want my smites, I want my fire breath. This is getting a bit dicey. Alright.
Notice a small ornate key on the table in the far corner of the room.
Alright, that guy was kinda tough. Like, obviously, like, I'm not at 5 hit points after that fight, but just 2 guys chewed through, like, more than half of my health, since I had the bonus health as well.
The door to the treasury opens with a satisfying click.
Alright. And we're in the Hobgoblin Treasury. Let's see what's
The large
we got.
rusty lock on this chest looks like it could be picked.
Alright, so this is another thing I'm not going to be able to access, since I'm fairly sure the open lock skill actually requires, like, yeah, you have to be proficient. I mean, not proficient, you have to have a skill point put into it, or like trained into it. You can't just use it if you don't know how to. So I'm missing out on more stuff, which, like, honestly is fine from a game design standpoint, since it, like, makes sense to have those things, since you have classes that specifically specialize in dealing with those events. Like, there would be no point in having a rogue sorry, let me finish my thought. Actually, like, there wouldn't be no sense in having a rogue be the kind of character they are in the game, which is much more of a kinda utility class. Like, obviously it's still a damage dealing assassin class. Can I actually go in here again? No. Okay, because I was confused. Like, this looks like a gold door. And the gold doors usually mean that you can enter them because you have a quest for it. I don't know why this didn't turn white like the other ones we already did. But yeah, anyway, like, they still obviously have this sneaky assassin-like feel to them. But rogues in D&D Online are definitely a more of a utility class with all their different skills, like disabling traps, finding traps, using magical devices which they might not usually should be able to use, stuff like that. Which in normal D&D is also very true. Like, most people take the rogue class in pen and paper D&D. What's this? This is Orc Caves. Alright, let's beat up some orcs. From what I remember, we are meant to like kill some of their chieftains to just drive out the. Oh no, this is. Or is this the one where we actually might not need to fight? I don't have the highest diplomacy or intimidation skills or stuff, but if there's a like quest line that allows me to bypass fighting, I definitely want to try it. It's always fun, even as a DM, to see players subvert your expectations and like try to talk it out or bribe someone instead of just coming up like, okay, so this is an enemy, I want to kill them. It's all like it's very often it throws a wrench in your plans since you didn't like expect this person to be alive.
Fearing for their lives, the people of the keep have asked for your help dealing with 2 orc tribes that dwell inside this cave. Judging from the decor, each direction leads to a different tribe's home.
Alright. So you like have to come up with stuff for that character that you thought would be dead by this point. I want to go this way. Like, I feel like this is a less inviting tribe. Sorry. Okay, no, it's still just kill the enemies and thin the ranks. All right, that's fine. But like in D&D, I'm running like what 3 different thought processes at once at this point. But going back to the rogues in D&D, like most people take rogues to be like scoundrels and steal everything and kill everyone, and like the sneak attack as this burst damage. Where honestly, like obviously rogues can deal a lot of damage, but I feel like mostly they're more of a utility class than a just straight up damage dealing class, like for example the fighter or the barbarian. Or even the paladin can be a very high damage dealer. And people overlook how many skills the rogue gets, how many skills are very unique to the rogue, or like unique to the rogue and one other class, rather than like, I don't know, history or arcana, which like half of the classes have access to. Alright, I already see a trap here. Let's see if I can jump over it. This would have probably gonged the alarm. Let's see, I can hit the braziers. Okay, and I have to just kill 15 enemies here. Why can I hit the... Can I hit the brazier? I can. I don't know what that does though. For me. Alright. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, that was just... Okay, I thought that it was hit like by some crazy spell effects or something, and it was just a camera getting through this fire. Let's get some extra hit points. Near the prisoners, you say? Okay, let's see those prisoners. Hello. It was only a matter of time until someone like you came along to punish the Frost Rager clan's deeds under the leadership of the Cult of Evil Chaos. Frost Rager and Ashtax both, their actions are unforgivable. Yes, that is true. I can only hope they will find peace in death and not be corrupted further by the cult. Who are you that you show them concern when you are their prisoner? I'm the former leader of the Frostrager clan. My foolish daughter replaced me, then dedicated herself and the clan to the cult. So long as I do not fall to the corrupting power of the cult, you can consider me an ally. Okay. What can you tell me? The charm on the table was thrown in there by my daughter. In an attempt to transform me into another worshipper of the cult. Take it from here when you go, so I may bury my people in peace. If we should meet again while the cult still remains, you shall have my aid. Alright. So this cabinet. I don't know if I'm supposed to be destroying those braziers, but I will. Let's see.
Magical concoctions. Best to destroy these now, before they can create more of the deadly and vile substances.
Ow. Alright, let's see. Let's try spellcraft. No. Search, probably nothing. Yeah. And use magical device, also no. But it's a roll, so maybe I'm able to just like spam until I manage to do it. I rolled an 18 on this, so I'll probably not be able to do that. I'm fairly sure I'm lagging. Yeah. Search of 16 also doesn't help. Use magical device of 16 also doesn't help. I don't think I'll be able to do anything with this, unfortunately, so that's a optional objective that I can't unfortunately do. I'm gonna use my goggles. Actually, let me get another skill bar up and move some less often used skills to it. So sneaking, defensive, fighting, searching, and then I don't have any potions for now, and let's move those, and I just want the bless so I can maybe resist a bit better. If I need to, I can always heal during combat. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to heal here. Yep, heal! Alright, that was kinda clutch. Let's finish those, and they still freaking... This was rough. And there's someone out there. Oh, yes, there is a rest shrine. Brilliant. Alright. Who are you? Are you an enemy?
This orc seems fiercer than the rest of the Frostrager clan. Letting him live will just leave a possible new chief who must be dealt with in the future.
Alright, so that's the objective done. I'm definitely resting here. I have very few hit points left in regards to the damage I've been taking, and I want all my rest skills reset. Alright, and let's see about... there's one more path we didn't take. There's some spell here, don't have to stand in it. It really sucks if I have to heal again. Yep, I need to heal. Alright, this is actually getting rough. I know my explanation of it doesn't sound too immediate or excited, but I'm definitely... Oh, I actually found something. That's new. And you'll also see that in old maps, like the parts of the game that are like very old, you can honestly, like 90% of the time, you can see that there is a secret passage somewhere just by looking on the minimap, because it like shows the map of the secret areas. You can see here that you don't see that you can actually, like, there is something behind the wall. Right, what's this? Another rest shrine. That's both good and bad. And there is a chest behind some gems. Good, because I definitely want that. But not right now, maybe. Not sure, honestly. Let's see, what's this? Whoa, hello. Okay, I'm a little afraid. Let's use this. I do not like this. I do not like this. Okay, so we actually just like skipped Ashtask Chief. So we like skipped over. Ah, god damn it. Alright, here's hoping I can still do this if I can stabilize myself and regenerate. Then I can still do this. So I'm not gonna give up just yet. God damn it, I have 3 more chances. Minus 10 health is when you actually die. But I have 3 more chances to stabilize. God damn it, come on! This is very not good. I do not want this pop-up. Come on. Come on. God damn it. Last chance. Last chance. I don't know how much I need to roll, honestly. Come on, stabilize. Yes! What? No, 10? Didn't I roll a 9 before or something? I rolled a 16. Now, is it how low I roll? Okay, I'm stabilized. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now let's just hope I manage to kill both of them before they kill me. God damn it! Ah, damn it. Alright, can I revive myself? I can. Okay. This sucks. Okay, let's rest. Okay, I was... yeah, I did not expect it to, like, move me to the next boss. That sucks. I still only have 28 points. I'm honestly thinking about using what's it called? Reincarnate, because I started the game using a preset path for the paladin, and it gave me Intimidate, which like I don't have a use for. It's useful like for playing in teams. You can intimidate an enemy into attacking you, which is a really neat tanking mechanic, if you ask me. But what I think I would like is heal. So it boosts allies healing from resting, but I'm hoping it also works on me. Yeah, grants additional hit points for yourself and your companions when resting in a dungeon. Yeah. So honestly, like, I'll probably look into what other feats the game gave me by default and shuffle them around a bit. You'll also be able to see how reincarnation works, I guess. Alright, let's try and quickly dispatch of one of them before going into the other, because last times we kept splitting our damage and that probably got us killed. We also have a searchable spot somewhere around here, so let's see if I can find it. I don't. Wait. Okay.
The lever clicks into place, and the sound of grinding gears can be heard somewhere in the cave.
Alright, is there another one by this guy somewhere? Maybe? Let's search again. Oh yeah, there is. I didn't need to search, I just didn't see
Grinding
it.
gears can be heard once again as a gate opens somewhere in the cave.
Alright, let's see, what do I get? To disable device and to attack rolls, that's really nice. I'll probably wear those. And then scale, which is much worse than what I have. Ethereal ingot. Yeah, I know it doesn't actually heal me, but it increases the amount of health I get from resting at a rest shrine. Like right now, the rest shrine gives me like 20-something hit points, and that's really not a lot. And while I can heal myself and can probably will definitely actually get some extra Lion Hand uses, since it basically gets me back to full. I definitely want that skill. And also I don't know what feat the game took for me in the beginning. I think they gave me toughness, which just gives me +3 hit points and +1 hit points at every next level, which is nice, but I don't know if that's the best and what I want, honestly. It gave me the follower of the sovereign host, so that's nice. I get the longsword bonuses from weapons. I might actually turn on power attack, especially since I got the goggles right now, which increase my accuracy. So the penalty to attack shouldn't be that jarring, hopefully. There is something here, but I just probably can't find it. Yeah. Technically we did all the quests, so I guess staying in the ranks of the orc tribes only means really killing just from one tribe. And since these guys have fire elementals, which are going to be resistant to the fire breath, and I don't actually get experience from killing enemies, I'll just finish the quest. There's probably another optional objective in the other area, but yeah, although there'll probably be another rest shrine somewhere here. Okay, let's try. Let's explore. Hi! Didn't expect me here, huh? Okay, for a second I thought the guy hit me for 30. But I'm fairly sure I hit someone for 30. That really scared me. Alright, let's see. We're kind of going into this area backwards right now. Let's try and trip you. Of course you saved. Alright, it's not going that bad. I'm getting hit for sure, but it's not terrible. I still have the extra hit points skill available if I need it. I'll probably need it here. Something's glitching. Let's get the extra hit points. Just to be safe. Okay, something's very glitchy about this area. Let's keep going.
A dangerous orc stands in the training area. You ready your attack.
It wasn't very dangerous, but I don't think he actually hit me, so that could have been much worse. I don't really wanna see how much damage he'd have done. I keep hitting my smite even though I'm out of charges for it.
The wall here is decorated with the skulls of elves, humans, and dwarves. And various...
Alright. So they like their displaying their victims, I guess. I'm actually really liking the idea that yeah, there's some more to explore. I really like the idea that those dungeons were like interconnected, and the fact you can find an alternative way into the dungeon through some hidden passages was awesome. Like, honestly. Alright. That's fine. Alright, I really need... yeah, I can't go. Like, I'll get killed if I keep going. I have 9 health, no way of healing that I know of, at least. Orc Charm of Evil Chaos. From what I understand, just having this gives me an ally when I'll actually go to fight. There might be more here, but the only healing thing is this, and it gives me only 16 to 26 hit points. I don't know if that keeps me alive long enough to reach the next area, honestly. Yeah, no, I have to just get out of here, unfortunately. Quest is done, so there's that. I also have enough for a level up. So I'll probably go do that. Maybe then go use the... what's it called? The Reincarnation Stone? So yeah, let's just recall back to town. And see what we get for 4th... Alright, we're getting 4th level, spellcasting. Let's see what spells we get. I'm definitely looking for just some buffs. I'm not too bothered about getting like damaging spells. I definitely just want some buffs, potentially some healing. We'll see how many spells I can have prepared at a time, and if there are any really good spells. Let's see. Yeah, so you just want us to do the bugbear quest. Let's see. Ah, you're back. And those bugbears paid the price for their crimes. Good, good, I may actually sleep tonight. Please have this, you deserve it. What do I get? Let's see. Oh, there's this long sword, let's see. It's worse. On Vorpal hit? I don't know what that means. Your target incurs 1 negative level and you gain 5 temporary hit points. For 1 minute. I'm actually curious, but I don't know what the Vorpal hit means. Is that just like a critical hit? Or is that something different? Okay, so there's that. Shield. Mine is better. Half plate, fairly sure mine is gonna be better. Yeah, it's better. Nothing else seems very interesting, so let's just go for this. I'm very curious what the Vorpal hit means. And we also did a quest for you. You have returned, the first of your kind to do so. Well done. You may keep what you found at the treasury as your reward. Better it fall into the hands of those who would fight for good, rather than remain in the hands of those who would use it for evil. In fact, take this. It is my own personal reward for your deeds. Alright. Hallowed full plate, which is a bit worse than ours. And then a full plate I'm actually gonna be able to use right now pretty much. But it's honestly worse. This one gives me +1 to Constitution and 3 damage reduction. So I'm gonna keep my armor. Let's just go for what's most valuable, I guess. 1600, 1600, 1700. Yeah. And we did something for you. Those orcs were not no much for you, now were they? Ah, they'll be out of the orcs' caves before we know it now, and it's all thanks to you. And what do we get? We get a hat, potentially, what the hat does. 3 +3 to wisdom. Damn. And +5 to search. That's big. I'm gonna be able to wear it in a moment after I level up. That's really good. There's also a radiant full plate of healing or something. Of healing amplification. So it gives me light and alignment spell power and bonus to healing amplification. Decent, but I like the hat better. And then you're probably just gonna tell me to do the quest for the next guy, I guess. Yeah, he just wants us to talk with this guy. We already have his quest. That's fine. Alright, so first let's go find our trainer and level up as a paladin. And then I'll think about reincarnation, probably, maybe. The stone I have only lets me to reincarnate into the same character, basically. I would have to redo my looks, which is kind of a bummer. But basically it's just a respec. You can't change your race, class, or class levels, as far as I'm aware. You can only but you can switch out like your attribute scores, which I'm actually gonna get an upgrade because I have the 32 stat points upgrade onto the account now, and I created this character before I had it, so I'd get a bit more points to spread around. I'd probably go for a similar spread anyway, but we'll see. Advance to the next level as a paladin. I would like to make my own choices, please. Okay, we get a +1 to any statistic. I could get +1 constitution, get some more hit points, or I can get strength, get a little more to hit and damage. I'm gonna go for hit points at this moment. Although maybe I should go for strength. Especially since 1 point to strength and 1 point in constitution is from when items, so it's due to change if I change my items a bit. So yeah, let's just go for strength. I'm aiming for a mainly melee build. Yeah, heal bases on wisdom, so that wisdom hat will also help us with health, healing. I'm actually gonna spend a point in this right now, even though it's kinda wasteful at this particular moment. Like, I have 6 in Intimidate. Intimidate is really not useful to me at this moment. And especially with a couple of like skills in my enhancement tree that lets me generate more hate if I wanted to play in a group and be a tank. I really don't need this. Okay, so I just gain these spells. I don't have to learn any of them. I just gain them. So I get Bless, that's nice, +1 to hits and saves against fear, and an additional 1 per 5 caster levels. So like I said, 4th level Paladin is technically classed as a 4th level spellcaster, so on the 5th level I'll also already be getting this bonus up by 1, which is kind of nice. Cure Life Wounds, not amazing, since it only heals like 3 to 8 hit points, but it only costs 6, so I can not spam it, since I only have 12 points, unless I'll get some more after leveling up, which I'm hoping I will, otherwise I'm gonna have to dump a few action points into some enhancement trees to gain some points. Divine Favor gives me weapon attack and damage, so that's probably actually better than Bless, maybe? Alright, I see. Bless is AoE, which gives attack and saves against fear. Divine Favor is just on myself only. I can't even cast it on someone else. But it also only lasts not even a minute, so... Lesser Restoration dispels magical effects, reducing one of an ally's ability scores, eliminates fatigue, and improves exhaustion to fatigue. Immunity to Fear, protection of E from evil, deflection bonus to AC, and resistance to saves. Resistance, just +1 to saves. Seek Eternal Rest. Sacred bonus to level for the purposes of turning undead. Alright, so I can pop this and my turn undead becomes more powerful. Cool. And Virtue grants 10 plus 2 per caster level over 4th temporary hit points. So I can either get, like, here is 10 and then at 6th level I get 12 temporary hit points, or I can heal. Alright. And I am getting 21 additional spell points for a total of 33, so that's decent. That'll let me cast some spells for sure. So I should be able to keep going on elite difficulty, hopefully. Let's see if I have some action points. I do not. Next, I don't know if all 3, but definitely next at least 1 skill point is going for extra iron hands. Then after that I can either go back into the offensive tree or my racial tree. For now... So here's the deal. If I wanted to go for reincarnation, I would need to switch over to... Actually, I can kinda use a shortcut, I guess. Recreating this character shouldn't take all that long. And I can take... I can change my enhancement then. I can actually have an extra one here. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Although I don't know if I can actually... I can, I guess... No, I'll probably keep everything as it is, since I need these here to have my Fire Breath. And I definitely don't want to lose out 1 attack and damage with favor weapons or extra 2 smites. Like, having just 1 smites would suck. But yeah, okay, so I need to log out to the main menu. Then watch out for the music. Yeah. I want to transport to the Forgotten Realms, which will place me in the Hall of Heroes, which I do need to go through. Getting back might be a bit tricky, since I don't know where the transfer to Eberron takes me. Oh wait. This is the Forgotten Realms. Okay, yeah, so... this takes me to Evening Star. Definitely not... what's it called? The keep on the... what's it called? God damn it. Borderlands. So yeah, no, I want to go to Eberron, because from there I do know how to get back to the keep on the Borderlands. So yeah, I want to transfer to Eberron. That's a nice backdrop. And Hall of Heroes Eberron. Here I will go into the Hall of Reincarnation. Then I need to log out, reincarnate, and make my way back to the... to the keep. Alright, where is the way down? There is a way down. I think, yeah. Alright. So this will take a few, but I think that'll make my life a little easier in the dungeons. Between having more stats and more points in the ability skill tree, and the healing skill. It should make my life a bit easier. Okay, so we talk with the Life Shaper, and I want to do reincarnation. You have a bunch of different ways of reincarnating. The most common ones are racial and heroic true reincarnation, which basically from level 20 or above resets you back on level 1, and you gain a feat based on either your race you were before reincarnating, if you took heroic true reincarnation, racial reincarnation, obviously, and then or you get a feat based off your class before you reincarnated if you use the heroic true reincarnation. Both of those require stones, which can be bought for 20 tokens you gain from like late game dungeons and quests. Epic reincarnation resets you from 30 back to 20, basically, with also some bonuses gained for it. And basically, like, if you want to gain the most benefits for your character, you would either like do a couple of epic reincarnations and then a heroic or racial reincarnation, or just keep going 1 to 30, epic reincarnation back to 20, heroic or racial back to 1. An iconic reincarnation is for iconic heroes. Lesser reincarnation is what I can get. It's for any level. You can respec and rebuild your character. Here are some important notes. Basically, I can re-level your character back to the current level. You can pick different feats, skills, spells, and ability scores, and change your appearance. You also gain 4 additional build points if you are a non-draw 28-point character, and you have access to the 32-point build character feature, which I do, which I will get. You cannot change your name, race, gender, or alignment using this lesser reincarnation. Which you get a lesser Heart of Wood, which you need for this kind of reincarnation, on every new character you start. Like, every character you create will get this item, so you can repair some mistakes if you want to. Yeah, so this just retells you what's gonna happen. You have to type your character name, which I'm fairly sure is around V. There are some rules. You can actually multi-class during the reincarnation, so you can change your classes. I wasn't sure if you could. The issue is you can't have more than 3 classes at any time during reincarnation, whereas you can technically get more than 3 classes, I think. Don't quote me on that. if you just level, like you can level 4 different classes, but then if you reincarnate, you can only take 3 classes. Okay, confirm. You're ready to reincarnate. You will now have an option for this character on the character selection screen when you log out. So let's log out and reincarnate. Your items are going to get unequipped and put into your inventory. And if you don't have enough item slots for your inventory, it's in this like limbo called overflow, which just immediately takes place in your inventory as soon as a slot gets freed up. It still doesn't let you like pick up new items until you actually make space in your actual inventory and your overflow is empty. So now I can normally just keep playing the game if I want, or I can press reincarnate. I have to reconfirm the name. Again, this is probably mainly a system set for the other types of reincarnations, since they actually like reset you several dozens hours of progress from like level 20 to level 1. Yeah, right now. So we were a paladin, so I have to pick a male dragonborn paladin. Like if I go here, I can't choose any of those. I can't change my gender. I have to make a paladin. What I can change is I'm fairly sure I was a Flame of Justice, I think, or the Mighty Protector. But right now I'm gonna just customize. And since we don't get to choose a race, which would normally be the next what's it called? Screen. We're just getting straight into the customize screen. And let's see. We want a lot of charisma and we want a lot of strength. We want some constitution. Honestly, this looks kinda dumb. In a way, I might... Like, yeah, this is basically how it goes if you have the 32 build points bought from the DDO store or unlocked. You can unlock this feature for free if you reach like something like 1500 favor in total on your account. I think something like that. There is a threshold for favor, which gives you the champion build, but it's per server basis, or you can buy it in DDO store for the entire account. But yeah, basically it just like it gives you 4 extra points. So basically, if I didn't have that feature, I think this is what I went with last time I did this. Since I didn't have the 32 build points, or maybe I was no, I had 10 constitution. I think I went something. I don't remember actually. Might have. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't really like having a big penalty, so I think I set it up something like this last time. Right now, though, is this what I want? I don't want to have negative wisdom since this is wait. Wisdom is required for spells? I thought it was charisma. Okay, so charisma is only for healing powers and turning undead. I need actual wisdom, at least 14, to cast spells. Can I do something like this? Okay, so that's fine. Again, I'm only looking for spells that like buff me, so I don't think I need super high wisdom for like spell power. We're gonna have some spell points and some and can use like the most powerful spells. I think this is fine. The only thing I might do is instead of having 20 here, I might go for like 14 here and then maybe here something. Like honestly, like this +1 strength isn't that big of a deal. It's not that huge. Whereas +2 constitution is big. Definitely. My only question is, I don't want -2 dexterity, definitely. That suck. I don't want to have, like, dexterity doesn't help me with super heavy armor and stuff. Or I think like it helps me 1 point. I might do intelligence to get some more skill points. Yeah, this looks good. Decent charisma for healing and turning undead eventually. Mainly a strength-based melee character, so big strength, big constitution. Yeah, I like this. It's probably not super optimal, but it's fine. And now I can get 2 skills. I definitely want heal. This is why we are doing this, because I want healing. And honestly, other stuff is kinda whatever, but I think I'll go for concentration, just because. Just so I don't get... what's it called? Interrupted by enemy attacks. I was looking if I can actually teach myself open locks, but I can't. I could do use device, I guess. Searching. A plus is I'm not gonna have a negative modifier to searching anymore. What does the diplomacy do actually? Okay, yeah. So diplomacy is like, again, this is a very interesting, in my opinion, way of dealing with aggro and tanking. You have, I think, 3 skills that manipulate the amount of threat or hate. I think they use the terms interchangingly. You generate. Basically, you as a character can use intimidation, and if you successfully intimidate an enemy, you kind of like taunt them into attacking you. And then you have either diplomacy or I think bluffing. Yeah, so diplomacy just makes enemies more likely to find other targets, so you kind of like lower your threat or hate. And then bluffing also does that, but it does that like it doesn't do it retroactively. You create less new aggro, basically, for a short period of time, whereas diplomacy just lowers your current aggro. So like having skills be what dictates your aggro outside of like spells and abilities is really interesting for me. Like usually games, the way games deal with aggro is just like, okay, so this ability makes you more likely to be targeted, or this ability is a hard taunt. Whereas here is like skills, and then you obviously do have abilities that like, but from what I've seen so far, it's mainly just you generate more hate or you generate less hate kind of abilities in the enhancement trees. Okay, yeah, but we sat on this screen long enough. Now, I'm getting a class feat, which is, we're still going to worship the Sovereign Host. I do like my longswords. We are gonna still be a red ancestry dragonborn, just because continuity. And now, defeat. Last time we got toughness, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if that's what I want. I might go for shield mastery or some extra, or improved shield bash. Basically, Improved Shield Mastery is the defensive feat. Improved Shield Bus is the offensive feat for shields, for running with shields. I might also go for like some, I don't know, weapon focus slashing weapons, which I get +1 to attack rolls and +2 to melee power, since I am set on basically using swords all the time. Or I might also go for tower shield proficiency. Though I thought I was getting that already. Maybe not. Was I not using a power shield? Not interested in skill or ranged feats. Spellcasting feats also not really what I need. Yeah, so it's basically. I thought I already have Tower Shield proficiency, but I guess not. I think since I am basically like set in stone on going for longswords, I'm gonna go for focus on slashing weapons and gain plus attack roll and plus melee power. I could go for this, or spells have much higher cooldowns, but I gain +4 to all saves. That's a lot. Like other feats that run all the time give me +2. This gives me double that for all saves, not just one. And my spells are gonna have like most of the spells I see myself using in the future will have probably still even like tripled cooldowns will still be shorter than the duration. I will gain another feat on level 3. We're going to be leveling up immediately after this. So I might go for something more defensive maybe next time, or just double down on offense with like improved shield bash is pretty nice. Basically, you can either like purposefully shield bash, and then this improves your shield bash, or and also this makes you like you have a 20% chance of actually making an attack with your shield as you're just swinging your main hand weapon. Alternatively, I might just go for like stunning blow or something. But for now, I do like the idea of slashing weapons. Alright, so this is our setup after reincarnation. We get heal, concentration. We are still believer in the sovereign host. We get a bit better stats because of the 32 build point feature, and we changed our feats. One feat. The other feats are as they were. We now have to recreate our character. I don't remember exactly what numbers I had. I could probably look up the video on YouTube. Plug. I have a YouTube channel that I upload all my stream archives to. But I'm just gonna try and freeball. I don't remember if he was this dark, but I definitely want dragon eyes, not human-like eyes. Fins, I'm fairly sure we had just some spikes. Yeah, I think we had this. Which were like both up on top and bottom. Okay, there are maybe these. I'm actually curious if like obviously I'll leave this in, but if someone like skips a stream or doesn't watch the old, only watches like the first video on YouTube and then goes for live videos, if they'll actually notice that the character changed. Also eye color. Let's do maybe holy, like something holy. I think we did that last time. I think you even Vendrick even commented on like holy eyes and having to have something holy about our paladin. And again, I can't change the name or surname because this is a lesser reincarnation. So now we have created our character, and now as we enter, you will notice we are not loading into the place we were before, we are actually in the bridge between. And this is the person we will be talking with about regaining all of our levels. I don't know if I can fall off here. I don't... Okay, I can't. I was about to say I don't want to check, but then I checked. And there we go. We get a lot of experience, basically enough to get back where we were before. Right now, greeting friends and welcome here. Where is here exactly? It doesn't matter so much as the fact that you are here. Tell me all about your former life and how you lived it. I started my adventure career as a paladin. Again, I'm fairly sure this whole, like, at least your choices on the dialogue depend heavily on the type of reincarnation. I'm honestly not sure if other reincarnations even take you here, since you basically... Well, I guess some of them only take you back to level 20, like the epic reincarnation. But I imagine like the other reincarnations that take you back to level 1 probably don't take you here, since you just gain an extra feat and then you basically begin the game over. But anyway, yeah, I started my adventuring career as a paladin. Your tales are amazing. Please tell me more. What did you do next? I was not on a path, so I made my own choices. What kinds of choices? I'm trained with melee weapons. Yeah, I thought as much. What martial style did you follow? I learned the ways of faith and honor, the path of the paladin. So basically now we are choosing what to level up as by telling them what we did after we started as a paladin. So we put our points into concentration and heal, and that's all we do on level 2 and did back then. We get some free stuff and choose our skills, and that's our second level. And now we can keep talking with her. I was not on a path, so I made my wrong choices. You can also... Okay, I see. So you can also just say the class you are already like following to just skip. You don't like you choose I trained with melee weapons, spellcaster, or specialist if you want to multiclass. I do want to check out multiclassing, but since it's a very big thing in pen and paper D&D, like there is lots of ways to fuck up your character if you multiclass without knowing what you're doing, or like without having at least the roughest of ideas, like just doing like, oh, I want to be a fighter, but then I want to cast spells. So I'll do a barbarian that is also a dragon sorcerer because he has dragon blood in him, and it sounds amazing, and the idea is great, but in game you will have a bad time playing as that character. So yeah, I kept the path of the paladin, and now we get a feat that we can actually gain. Some of them are grayed out because you need a higher level or something. I think like this is probably because we are with the Life Shaper. I imagine if we had just like said, alright, just take me to the next place and gone to our trainer, we wouldn't see all the feats which we can't actually take. But this is actually a fun way to actually see all the feats you can take. Whirlwind attack. Alright. It requires dodge, mobility, spring attack, combat expertise, and +4. Basically, if it requires all of the above, it won't say anything. I'm fairly sure if it requires only like one thing of several, it just tells you like requires one of and then lists the stuff. So yeah, I could go for the improved shield bash. I could go for power attack as I did before. I could go for what is Child of Faith. You gain bonuses to attack and damage rolls with all favored weapons you wield. So basically, I would increase my bonus with longswords for an extra +1 to damage and +1 to hit. That's nice. I can still get the toughness or resilience. I could get the Die Hard feat. It basically automatically stabilizes me when incapacitated. It feels like this could be a bit overpowered. I don't know how reliable this is, because I don't know how the system works in depth. I know that it's like when you fall to 0 hit points, you have basically 10 attempts on stabilizing. If you go down to -10, you die. And then if you stabilize, you start regenerating, and then you stand up with some amount of hit points. I know you can be healed to stand back up if you're not dead, and I know you can still be hit while down to like get you down below -10 to kill you. I don't know if this would be like just I'm incapacitated and the next roll I do gives me back my health. I'm honestly very curious. I almost want to take this feat just to see how this would work. I'm also curious, why can't I choose single weapon fighting? Oh, I need 2 ranks of balance. I see. Yeah, and this would give me attack speed and bonus to melee power. I don't know. That Die Hard might actually turn out to be kind of OP. Because basically, like, enemies can outright kill me if they deal more than, like, 10 points of damage over my current hit points. But they won't be able to... Like, if they don't, then do I just keep getting up? I get knocked out, but then I get up again? Kind of deal? I'll go for it. I'm very curious how that works. And then I'll get another feat on at level 6. So then I'll probably go for the Shield Bash or Power Attack. And I also get, just by leveling up, I get Religious Lore, Aura of Courage, Divine Health, and Fear Immunity. And that's our 3rd level. And I actually have to go away for a minute, so I'll be right back. Just hang in there, and I will be cutting this out from the VOD when I upload it to YouTube, so people won't have to stare into the abyss for however long I'm gone. I shouldn't be long, though. And I'm back. So let's get back to it and no. I can't bring the game back up, it seems. That's not good. Let me try and fiddle with it. Why don't you want to work? Worst case scenario, we'll just have to reset it, and it might go to that, since I can't seem to bring it up. So let's try to kill it. Might have to hard kill it through... No, okay, it closed. And now let's log back in. And see about getting back into the game. Honestly, it's kind of funny. I only have issues with this game while I'm streaming. Like, when I play it on my own or with my friends, they always have some issues, or almost always. I never do. Like, the game works fine. Alright, so where's my streaming setup? Here we go. Change the tab, and here we are. And here we not. Change the source. This. Yes. There we go. Alright. The software I'm using is really bad at like finding the source exe running that I want to stream. Like if I kill the game and launch it back up, it doesn't find the same window to stream. Alright, but thankfully it doesn't seem like anything went wrong here. We're level 3, still have enough XP to go to the 4th level as we did before. We're not now gonna go into strength still, and then get heal and concentration up, and we get our spells, and we're back where we were. Wonderful. I must thank you for your stories. Great things must be in store for you in your future journeys, wherever they may take you. And perhaps one day we'll meet again. Not even I know what the future may hold. Now, if you'll just pass through this portal, you'll wind up where you belong. Farewell. I can spend my action points here, but I can spend them later. Let's go back to the Hall of Heroes in Eberron. And from here it's a little bit of a trek back to the keep. But it shouldn't take us all that long. Let me just equip myself with what I wanted. I want this cloak. I want to try this sword out, since I'm curious. Honestly, I'll just be looking at my health every now and again and seeing if I get the temporary hit points. If I feel like I'm getting them fairly often, then I'll keep it. If not, I'll probably go for the other one just for the added damage. Since this one is like noticeably weaker. Alright, so where I want to go now that we're here is upstairs and back out into the marketplace of Stormwatch? Stormhall? I'm not sure, honestly. It's Stormreach, I think. So we're going to go through here. And there is a teleporter here, which we can take to the marketplace. And this is basically the way the game used to take you normally. I'm fairly sure, like when I played the game back a long time ago, this was the way you would go after doing the Kortos Village questline. Now, though, there is this keep on the God damn it! My memory is failing me miserably. But yeah, there is this alternative way to go that I think is taking you to the Forgotten Realms setting, though I can't be sure, honestly. And I decided to go there because I was thinking I would take my my other character, which I'm playing with my friends here, so I can keep the stream as a kind of blind playthrough, which I might actually start, probably should start advertising as such, since I feel like the title of a Nostalgic Noob's adventure like kind of hints at the idea that I've played this game before, and I have, but I didn't play this quest line, at least. So to keep it spoiler free for myself, if I play on my own and whenever I play with my friends, send me inside the keep, please. I decided to go a different way with this character, which is kept only for streaming. I don't play this character outside of streaming, just so the stream archives that I upload to YouTube are coherent enough. Alright, so I have to redo my skill setup. I won't be using sneaking all that much. I don't think I'll be actually using healing. It's just something that I have access to. I do want to put where is it? Lay on hands as 5, I think I had it. I do have turn undead actually. I might put this on here, or maybe actually I have 6 uses of it. It's you must make a turning check. You drive away nearby undead or force them to cower. It's a d20 roll plus charisma modifier to determine the hit dice of the most powerful undead you can affect. Then you roll a 2 6-sided dice plus your paladin level plus your charisma modifier to define the total hit dice of creatures in the area that you can turn. Turn undead cower in place on a flea. If you have twice as many levels as the undead have hit dice, you destroy any that you would normally turn. And all channel divinity abilities use the same pool of uses per rest. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have other channel divinity use abilities. I know in 5th edition D&D that you have a bunch of other options. but I don't remember if that's the same with 3rd edition, or don't know if it's the same with D&D Online. But yeah, anyway, I'll put the undead turning as number 7, since number 6 will be our bracers, which give us temporary hit points. And then also, what's this? Water breathing. Didn't we have goggles with blessing? We did, but I think we changed them for ones that give us accuracy, right? Okay. So I'm back on track here. I want to redo my enhancements, but these will be basically all the same. I can increase my strength, actually. Well, he says, immediately seeing, ooh, a shiny thing. I could increase my strength. But no, I definitely want to have attack versus evil creatures and damage versus evil creatures. Definitely want extra attack and damage with my favorite weapon, and definitely want 2 extra uses for my smite. And I also want to start going for increased lay on hands, but I want natural armor, and I have 3 points remaining, which I will put. I need how many more? I need 5 points spent, I have 4, so I need to spend 1 more point, and then this costs me 2 points. So no, I won't be able to actually, like, I don't want to change my decisions at this moment in time. This doesn't really mean anything, since I'm the only player I'll be doing. Spellcraft and Haggle is nice, Intimidate not really useful, I'll just go for extra fortitude as I did before, and then we're going for fire breathing. So yeah, these choices remain as we were before the reincarnation, just before, because I do want the extra smite, I definitely want extra attack and damage with longswords, and I definitely want my fire breath. Next level we'll be doing extra on the hands. So we lost some skill here. Oh, right. I have to put my fire breath here. Racial feats? No, it's enhancements. Red dragon breath. There we go, and we're good to go. After I choose my spells. Okay, so I can prepare only 1 spell. That's fine. And I have to be in some place that allows me to prepare my spells, I guess. Mailboxes, banks. Is it here, maybe? I want to... Let's just... Alright. Pray to the Morning Lord. Ooh, nice. Okay. So I can heal and stuff here. Where do I go to prepare my spells then? Can I prepare my spells anywhere around here? Where do those lead? The drainage pipe, the borderlands, portal of return, tavern and merchants. Is it just an area around here I can go to? Prepare my spell? I just want to prepare 1 spell. Come on, guys. Let me prepare my spell. Alright, so just being here, I guess, is equivalent to being in a tavern. So, with just 1... Excuse me. With just 1 spell, I think I'll go for Cure Light Wounds. It's the most... universally castable, I guess, although I can cast Virtue as well, like basically any time. What's the other one that gives me temporary hit points? No, that's the one that gives me Okay, yeah. I definitely want to seek eternal rest. It'd be nice if I want to turn undead. For now, I'll go with Virtue. I can cast it 5 times, almost 6. And Cure Light Wounds how many times? Almost 10. But with this, there's it varies how much it heals, and it also I can't overheal, so if I'm missing only a little bit of health, I can't top up. With Virtue, it lasts 4 minutes. It gives me 10 hit points every time. I think I'll go with this. So, yeah. I don't know when I'll be able to get more spells. If it's every level or every other level, or how often. We're running into the 2-hour mark, but I don't want this to just be the end of a bunch of nothing happening. I'll go do one more quest, and then we'll be finishing the dungeon. My throat is definitely taking this streaming business better by now. So I should be able to do 2 hours. Was that a noise the fox made? Okay. That? Oh, okay. That's a bit of a bummer. The reincarnation reset our map. I guess. That's fine. Now that I know which way to go, and it didn't reset our quests, thankfully, so yeah, it's just a minor setback. It's just a flesh wound. Or something. I'm curious when I'll be looking for it. I'll be keeping close attention to my hit points. I want to see when I'll get the 5 temporary hit points from my sword. Or if, I guess, is the better term. For now, let's just kill a few enemies to work towards the next threshold. Okay, so we got a critical hit, but we didn't get the points, so apparently that's not what Vorpal hit means. Maybe a Vorpal hit is 2 20s, since that critical hit was a 19 and a 20. I honestly don't remember Vorpal hits being a thing in Dungeons and Dragons. I know Vorpal swords, which basically decapitate the enemy on a critical hit. It's a super powerful magic item, because basically, like, it's not that... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we just got that. I'll have to look back up through the combat log to see what was that. You roll a 5. Oh, here we go. So you roll a 20 critical hit, roll to confirm critical hit. Yeah, that's the thing with 3rd edition. 3rd edition had this horrible system for critical hits, which meant that rolling a natural 20 wasn't a critical hit unless you had to roll again and you had to hit. You didn't have to roll another 20, thank God, but you had to roll enough to actually hit. If you didn't, it was still a hit, just not a critical one. Okay, but I don't understand what a Vorpal hit is then. Is it just a critical hit? got a critical hit earlier, at least the dice said I did, and it didn't trigger. Isn't a chance on a Vorpal hit? No, just on Vorpal hit. I don't know what that means. But yeah, in regards to Vorpal swords in Dungeons and Dragons, they're super powerful and items because the item actually tells you that, like, on a critical hit you decapitate the enemy, and if the enemy cannot survive without its head, it dies. So it doesn't matter how much health the enemy had or how much damage you dealt or whatever. If you score a critical hit against an enemy that can't survive without its head, you instantly kill it. That's the effect of a Vorpal blade, I guess, because I don't think it has to be a sword. I think like a Vorpal sword is the most iconic version of the item, but I'm fairly sure the Dungeon Master Guide lets you just apply the effect of Vorpal to any weapon that deals slashing damage, or any melee weapon that deals slashing damage, I think. Or maybe just any sword.
Small, squalid cave entrances dot the ravine walls.
Alright,
These
so
must
we
be
have
the
some
caves of
quests
chaos,
up
where the
there.
cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
I might end up looking up what Vorpal hit is in this game, just so I can make an informed decision on whether or not I want to use this weapon over my other weapon. Although honestly, like, +1 to hit and +1 to damage isn't that big of a deal to lose. I'm honestly more... it's honestly more that this weapon also does 1d6 fire damage and gives me a +2 to Sunder attempts, which lowers the enemy defenses. But if I can reliably kinda get 5 extra hit points, that's useful. That's worth it. Okay, let's do this quest. Shunned Cavern for Caged Beast. So this is the quest where we were meant to kill a beast before the enemy manages to tame it.
Judging from the old bones scattered on the floor, something large and dangerous has lived in this cave for some time. But the flicker of torchlight ahead suggests that there have been some more recent arrivals.
And since we have quite a bit of spell points, let's just cast Virtue. Imagine your enemies. Yup. Goblins. Alright. Let's see, what's over here? Over here is some cave rats. Because there's a door over there, I know, but I want to see... Okay, there it's triggered again. There it triggered again? It does seem like it just has to be a critical hit, I guess? If that's the case, that's really good, and definitely worth it. Okay, so we have some swimming. Let's do our ring of water breathing. Since I don't know how far we have to swim. Swim. Okay, we can swim up or here already. For a chest. Whoa! Hello! Grey ooze. Ah, goddammit, yeah. Oozes damage your inventory, is immune to fire, great. Oozes have a chance of damaging items. Thankfully, it's just a matter of going to repair those items in the city. We have a wooden shield. Okay, so it's a large shield. I thought we were using a tower shield, but no, it's just a small shield and a large shield. I'm thinking about it. That is a thing in Pen and Paper Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition. In 5th edition, they really like. I almost wanted to say dumbed it down, but basically just simplified the system to just be you either have a shield or you don't, and if you have, you gain +2. And older. Okay, so Vorpal Strike is rolling in nat 20 because you can get a critical strike without a nat 20, right? So Vorpal is kind of like a very critical hit, I guess. Okay, thanks for the info. Alright, let's see what we got here. Some sarcophagi, which I'm an adventurer, and of course I'm gonna break apart to see if there is loot inside. We can actually try out our Turn Undead on them. Let's see. You lack conviction to turn some targets, so we weren't able to turn the enemy, I guess. Yeah, I also had a funny and annoying thing happen with another character of mine when I was just playing on my own. I was using a rapier, I think, or something dealing slashing damage, and skeletons are resistant to slashing damage. And I was not doing enough damage to actually like I was hitting the skeletons I was fighting with, but I just kept doing 0 damage. And I had no other... okay, yeah, so it triggered right there. I feel like that's useful. More so than... seriously? Can I... Okay, but it's locked. Run! Okay, so that hurt a bit. Let's just use Virtue again. And I imagine there is a key somewhere. There we go again. Yeah, okay, so if it's gonna be triggering that often, I'm definitely keeping this weapon over... Like, it's just plus, like, 4 damage, 3-4 damage on average, and +1 to hit. Whoa, okay. So you guys don't fuck around. I definitely want to take care of you first. Alright. That guy is dead. Smite. And there we go. Alright. Did we get... We didn't get a key. I do want to see if the... Ah, goddammit, we're gonna get hit? No. Okay, so it didn't open. I'm guessing it's just a thing with opening locks, which I can't do. So... Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss out on a chest. And let's see, where else can we go? Yeah, our breath isn't that great. There is nothing here, that's bad. Okay. And we explored everything here, so we have to go the other way. Okay, so this was just a side area. Nothing to see here. Now we can go in here. Let's see, some cages and some enemies. Let's go, gentlemen. Oh, someone's shooting at me, or what's happening? Yeah, okay, so they were trying to shoot me through the wall. Good job, guys. Even now, even when they hit me, they only deal like, well, hello there. Let's just use some additional temporary hit points. Fire breathe them and deal with them.
The beast
Note.
that lives inside the cavern must be somewhere beyond this sealed door.
Leave this gate closed. The beast is quite dangerous and only I am qualified to approach it. We don't want another incident like the last time. Beastmaster Erlang. Right, so we need to find a lever.
The cult of evil chaos
I
has set up
imagine
camp in this
it's
cave.
gonna be somewhere around here. I don't have smites, which is too bad. I don't want to stand in that. I said I don't want to get them further. Let's just swing our sword merrily around. We still have some temporary hit points. We just got some more temporary hit points. Okay, yeah, this sword definitely heard my my consternation with using it and was okay, yeah, I have to pay off. Note, my fellows in chaos. We have successfully sealed off the creature's lair and I have employed a beastmaster to tame it. Imagine what a weapon this creature would make. It could cut through the farmers of the Sleepy Valley like a hot knife through butter. I may need to bring some more of the hobgoblins into the cave, however, the beast has a voracious appetite. Let chaos prevail. Alright. So that explains all the hobgoblins we've been meeting. Let's recast Virtue. Breathe some fire. Might. Yeah, definitely happy with my choice on the Virtue spell. Definitely happy with my choice of trying out the sword. Definitely would be hurting right now if I didn't get those. I have to look at my health right now. Let's top up using temporary hit points for now. Yeah,
With the
for sure.
Beastmaster defeated, you must now confront the creature he tried to tame.
Alright. Imagine this opens the door. Let's heal. Nice, almost back to full. How much it healed? 42. So I think after the reincarnation I took a bit less points in charisma, so that's why this healed me less. Oh, there is actually a rest shrine right here. I don't need it right now, honestly. A bear trap. Can I... Okay, I can't interact with it. So let's just avoid it.
You spot skittering vermin inside the cavern chamber ahead. You can also see the nest of something much larger.
A nest of something much larger. That is indeed a nest of something large. Honestly, yeah. If this dungeon was going on for a bit... they spoiled it. Slay the owl bear. Okay, so we're getting our look at what an owl bear looks like in this game. But yeah, if the dungeon was going on for a while, I would keep this and come back here. But right now, since this is the end of the dungeon, I want all my abilities back up and available. There is the owl bear. Let's not rush in for him. Let's kill a few of his bodies first. Alright. His stuff. Let's get rid of the ads first, and now let's wail on him. That's a really nice model, I have to say.
Ending the cult's plan to make the beast into a weapon they could use against the residents of the valley.
Alright. And let's see what's in here. Corrosive shield, which... it's decent, it's decent. But I think I'll stay with my... Although this one has an extra 1 to universal spell power, so that might be nice. What does this ring do? Acid spell power and enhancement to maximum spell points versus 1 AC. I think for now I'll stay with my AC ring, although this would let me cast Virtue more times, so it's not bad. I don't just want to use it right now. And with that we killed the Owlbear and got ourselves snared. Because I forgot about the trap. Can I finish while snared? I can't. Fair enough. Let's not stand on it. And let's finish the dungeon. And go back to the city. Given this quest. And I'm really sorry about ending this stream right as I'm getting more viewers. But I don't want to overstrain my voice, since I do plan on streaming the same time tomorrow, so if you want to see where I go next, and how it goes, and want to hang out, I'm going to stream... it's 8 p.m. Eastern European time. Fairly sure that's... like... Thanks. I hope... Thanks for following. I hope I'll be seeing you around. But yeah, basically count 2.5 hours ago I started streaming. So I'm fairly sure that's like 6 p.m. Universal time, and just change that into your time zone. I'm streaming every Saturday and Sunday for 2 hours. Maybe longer once my voice gets used to streaming, since I only started streaming a few weeks ago. So I'm looking forward to maybe streaming more often if I'm able. But for now, the stable streaming schedule is Saturdays and Sundays, 2 hours of D&D Online. Let's just see the quest. It was an owlbear, as I thought, a strange creature more savage than a normal beast. I am glad we will not see it fighting at the cult's side. Here's your bounty, adventurer. You have done well. Let's see what we get. A bunch of weapons. There is a longsword of assassinate. It deals 2d4 lightning damage. That's much more damage than what I'm getting. But I think I'll still keep this one just because it gives me this temporary hit points stuff. +3 to dodge. But plus... okay, it's better in regards of just defense, so I'll take it. If you're new here, I played this game a long time ago, before I think any of the expansions came out. Played it for like a few months and then stopped. And now I'm coming back to the game, just playing through casually, not looking up any guides or following any builds. I'm just playing the game as I see fit. And I try to be very meticulous about quests, doing all the quests, reading through all the lore. I broke that rule once so far, I try not to speak over the Dungeon Master unless it's a message we already heard. And I also have a YouTube channel, which you can find in my. I've updated the About section of my streaming of my Twitch page to have a link to it, and you can find all the streaming archives there. Since I'm not a partner yet, so I only have my archives for past streams are only up for 14 days, but they will be updated within 24 to 48 hours after I go offline to that YouTube channel. So you can look up that and have a watch, see how we've been doing so far. In the meantime, I will be finishing the stream, and I'm hoping to see you tomorrow for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. Have a nice night, and see you around.